Thank you for watching today. Today, I want to continue talking about how even though there is not a pre-tribulation rapture, that we have great hope. If our Father asks us to be here, we still have great, powerful, and miraculous eternal hope. And to see this, I want you to look in Revelation chapter 13, verse 7. And we're told, so that no one will have the power to buy or sell unless he bears the stamp, which is the mark, the inscription that is the name of the beast or the number of his name. Wait a minute. How can that bring us hope? How can it bring us hope that during the last days, that unless we take and follow the Antichrist, we're not going to be able to buy or sell? How could that possibly be a hopeful scripture? Well, let's look at what Jesus tells us in Matthew chapter 13, verse 22. He's given a parable. He gives a parable of a sower. And he sows the word. And he gives an example of seed. He says he sows it everywhere. Some falls on stony ground. Some falls on shallow ground. Some falls on thorny ground. Some falls on good ground. Well, the ones that fall on thorny ground, listen to what he says here. He says, as for that was sown among the thorns, this is he who hears the word. But the cares of the world and the pleasure and the delight and the glamour and the deceitfulness of riches choke and suffocate the word, and it yields no fruit. So the cares of this world are jobs, money, savings account, investments, insurances. That hinders the production of fruit. And we're all, no matter where we're at in this world, we all seem to be bound in some way, shape, or form by the finances of this world. And that hinders the production of fruit. So what happens? We're not allowed to buy or sell during the last days. And how can that be good? Because Jesus tells us in Ephesians 5:27 that he's going to present us to himself a glorious church without spot, wrinkle, or blemish or any such thing. So what happens? When Jesus returns, we're going to be the best the church has ever been. You and I, if we're asked to be here, or whoever is asked to be here during that time, we're going to be glorious. We're not going to have any spot. We're not going to have wrinkle. We're not going to have blemish, because we are going to be removed from the cares of this world. In the book of Revelation, it says, come out from amongst her so that you will not participate in her sins. Well, we're not raptured out of here. We're just taken out of the world system. And we'll be glorious because of it, because we won't have to fret anymore about money. We won't have to fret anymore about finances. And it'll be great stress. There'll be great stress during that time. There'll be pressure. There'll be hardships. They will be trying us. They will be coming against us. They will be martyring some of us. But like the Bible tells us, and Paul writes, that we'll take pleasure in those infirmities and those trials and those hardships. Because when we are truly weak, then truly is God great in us. And we're not going to be able to buy or sell. It's going to have to be God being great in us. And that's going to make us glorious without spot, wrinkle, or blemish. Because we won't care about money anymore. The love of money is the root of all evil. We're going to be removed from having to ever take thought for that. So does that mean we're just going to be destitute? Does it mean we're just going to be, we're not going to have anything and we're going to be just going, poor and eating grass or whatever is out there? No. Because if we look in Luke 12, verses 42 through 44, Jesus tells us that when he returns, the servant who he finds giving food and provision to those in need will be blessed, and we will be given responsibility over all that he has. So our Father, just like it says in Ephesians, he will be doing more through us than we can ask, think, or feel, and he'll do it by his power that is at work within us. It's all going to be our Father's power. And yeah, he's going to allow the Antichrist to come against us. And yeah, we're not going to be able to buy or sell. But you know what? He'll use us in ways that we cannot even dream of to help all those around us. And then he will give us reign, and we will rule and reign with him. Because Jesus is just that victorious. And we're his body. We're members of his body, flesh of his flesh. We're bone of his bone. We're going to be victorious too. This is the truth. And the truth, it absolutely sets us free.